If you're over 50 and you've ever done a glute bridge because someone told you, this is great for your hips and your lower back, but instead you stood up afterward feeling stiff, sore, or even worse than before, stop right there. Because what I'm about to share with you today could save your lower back years of pain. And here's the scary part most people don't realize. It's not that the glute bridge is a bad exercise. It's actually one of the best moves you can do after 50. But when it's done wrong, and most people do it wrong, it quietly turns into a lower back destroyer. You don't feel it immediately. You feel it weeks later, months later, when tying your shoes feels harder, when getting out of bed feels stiff, when that dull ache in your lower back becomes your new normal. So if you want stronger hips, better balance, less back pain, and more confidence in your body, stay with me, because today I'm going to show you exactly what mistakes are ruining your lower back, why they matter even more after 50, and how to fix them so the glute bridge finally works for you instead of against you. Let me start by saying this clearly. After 50, your body doesn't forgive sloppy movement. In your 20s or 30s, you could muscle through bad form, tight hips, weak glutes, and your spine would somehow survive. But now, every rep leaves a message in your joints and discs. And the glute bridge is one of those exercises that looks harmless, looks simple, but can quietly load your spine in all the wrong ways if you're not careful. I see this all the time. People lie down, push their hips up, squeeze something, feel proud, and move on. But they don't realize they're arching their lower back, pushing through their spine, and barely using their glutes at all. The first mistake that ruins your lower back is overarching at the top. This is the big one. This is the silent killer. You lift your hips, and instead of stopping when your body forms a straight line, you keep pushing higher. You feel that big arch in your lower back. You feel pressure, and you think, oh, I'm working hard. But what's actually happening is your spine is taking the load instead of your glutes. Your lower back muscles are shortening, compressing the joints, and over time, this creates irritation, stiffness, and pain. After 50, your spine prefers stability, not excessive movement. The goal of a glute bridge is not height. It's control. It's alignment. It's learning to move your hips without your spine doing the work. If you feel your lower back tightening at the top, that's your warning sign. That's your body saying, hey, I'm doing too much here. Another huge mistake is pushing through your feet incorrectly. Most people think, just push your heels down. But if your feet are too far away from your body, your hamstrings take over. If they're too close, your lower back jumps in. And if your feet are turned out or collapsing inward, your hips lose stability. Over 50, your joints need clean signals. You want your feet about hip width apart, roughly close enough that when you push up, you feel your glutes engage first, not your hamstrings cramping and not your back tightening. If you ever feel hamstring cramps during glute bridges, that's not a sign you're weak. It's a sign your glutes are asleep and your body is compensating. Now let's talk about core engagement, because this is where most people over 50 get confused. They either hold their breath and brace too hard, or they completely relax their core and let their spine do whatever it wants. Neither one is helpful. Your core's job during a glute bridge is not to crunch. It's not to flatten aggressively. It's to gently support your spine. Imagine you're zipping up a snug jacket around your waist. Not sucking in, not pushing out, just gentle support. This creates a stable platform so your hips can move freely. When the core is lazy, the lower back arches. When the core is overbraced, everything feels stiff and awkward. Balance is the key. Another lower back ruining mistake is rushing the movement. I know it feels simple. Down, repeat. But speed hides weakness. When you rush, momentum takes over. Your glutes don't have time to engage properly, so your lower back steps in. Especially after 50, slow strength is real strength. You should be able to feel every part of the movement. The lift should be smooth. The pause at the top should feel controlled. The lowering should be just as intentional as the lift. If you drop your hips quickly, you're missing half the benefit and doubling the stress on your spine. Let me talk about breathing because this is something almost no one pays attention to, yet it has a massive impact on your lower back. Holding your breath during a glute bridge increases pressure inside your torso. That pressure has to go somewhere, and often it goes straight into the lower back. Instead, you want a natural rhythm. Exhale gently as you lift, inhale as you lower. Nothing dramatic. Nothing forced. Just smooth, calm breathing. This helps your nervous system relax and allows your muscles to work together instead of fighting each other. Now here's a mistake that's very common over 50, and it's not talked about enough. Doing glute bridges when your hips are stiff and cold. If you sit a lot, drive a lot, or wake up stiff in the morning, your hips are often locked in a flexed position. When you jump straight into bridges without any preparation, your body takes the path of least resistance, which is usually your lower back. This is why some people say, every time I do bridges, my back hurts. It's not the bridge. It's the timing. Your hips need a little wake-up call. A little movement. A little blood flow. Even something as simple as gently rocking your knees side to side or doing a few slow pelvic tilts before bridging can make a massive difference in how your back feels. Another mistake that quietly ruins your lower back is trying to progress too fast. Adding weight, doing single leg variations, or holding long pauses before your body is ready. After 50, progression should be earned, not rushed. If you can't control a basic bridge with perfect alignment, adding load only amplifies the problem. And here's the truth. You don't need heavy weight to strengthen your glutes. You need proper activation. You need consistency. You need quality reps. Your body responds better to smart training than aggressive training at this stage of life. Let me also talk about range of motion, because more is not always better. Some people try to push their hips as high as possible, thinking that bigger movement equals better results. But if your hips naturally stop before full extension and your back takes over, you're forcing a range your body isn't ready for. The goal is to move within your comfortable range while maintaining alignment. Over time, as your hips get stronger and more mobile, that range will naturally improve. Forcing it only teaches your body bad habits. There's also the issue of doing glute bridges too often without balance. Yes, they're great. Yes, they're safe when done correctly. But if you're doing them every day while ignoring mobility, posture, and other supporting muscles, your body can get cranky, especially your lower back. Strength without balance creates tension. Your glutes work best when your hips, core, and upper back are all doing their part. This is why people who only focus on one exercise often feel stuck or sore. Let me slow this down and bring it home, because I want you to really understand this. Your lower back pain is not a sign that you're broken. It's a signal. It's your body saying, I'm doing work that doesn't belong to me. When glute bridges are done correctly, your lower back actually gets a break. It gets support. It feels relief. When they're done wrong, your lower back becomes the hero that's working overtime. And heroes burn out. So what should a good glute bridge feel like? It should feel steady, controlled. You should feel your glutes doing most of the work. You should feel your lower back staying neutral, not strained. You should finish your set feeling warm and strong, not tight and irritated. If you ever feel sharp pain, pinching, or discomfort in your lower back, that's not something to push through. That's something to adjust. I want to speak directly to you if you're over 50 and feeling frustrated. Maybe you've tried exercises. Maybe you've followed videos. Maybe you've been told to strengthen your core and your glutes, but instead of feeling better, you feel worse. That's not because you're weak. It's because nobody explained the details that matter at this stage of life. Small changes in form make big differences now. Your body is smarter, but it's also more honest. It tells you immediately when something isn't right. The glute bridge, when done with awareness, can help you walk better, stand taller, protect your spine, and feel more stable in daily life. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries. All of that comes back to how well your hips and glutes support your lower back. This isn't about building Instagram muscles. This is about protecting your independence. So the next time you lie down to do a glute bridge, slow down. Set your feet with intention. Gently engage your core. Lift with control. Stop when your body is aligned, not when you feel a big arch breathe. Lower with care. And remember, quality always beats quantity. If this video opened your eyes even a little, do me a favor. Don't just watch it and move on. Apply it. The next set you do could be the difference between a stronger back and a sore one. And if you know someone over 50 who complains about lower back pain but keeps doing glute bridges anyway, share this with them. You might save them years of discomfort. Your body is not fragile. It just needs the right signals. Treat it with respect, move with intention, and your lower back will thank you for it.